Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you are doing awesome. I'm doing phenomenally well today, and this last weekend I went to a big convention in Portland, Oregon. A lot of it was focused on leadership, and there was a lot of successful people and people who have done a lot with their lives, and as well as people that are starting to work towards that. And it was just an amazing event. There was so many uh, people that cried throughout the event, and it was just so powerful and so impactful. And it's just one of the things that I want to do to be able to grow myself, to become a bigger person, a person of more character, and a person of just more initiative and a better leader. And one of the things that really kind of came out of the event, well, before I get into that, let me ask you a question. What would you do if you had no limits? So if there were no limits on money, no limits on time, no limits on energy, no limits on influence, what would you do? Think about that for a second. What would you do with your time? What would you do with your money? How would you make an impact? Like what we I find that today's society, we've been brought down so much that we no longer dream. We no longer think about things bigger than ourselves, and we've been thrown into the society of instant gratification, and the only thing that we want, if we had money and time, are all material things. And that's the only thing that we think about, which, okay, a little bit, but bigger picture, if you had everything that you needed, what would you do to make an impact in this world? Okay. And everything starts with smaller goals. Okay. When you have that big dream, we're not going to get that whole dream at once. And everything starts with a smaller goal. And I want to kind of use the analogy with fitness because it's just much easier to do. Is you might have a really big goal with what you're wanting to strive towards for fitness, but let me ask you: is how many times have you tried something and tried to go towards something with your fitness or your health, your nutrition, and it didn't work? Or how many times have you tried something and it worked, and then you kept doing the same thing over and over and over again, and all of it, and the results were there, but they sort of slowed down, they sort of slowed down, started to slow down, and then all of a sudden you plateaued and you weren't able to get any more results. You know, what do you do at that point? Obviously something's got to change, right? And we're creatures of habit. We need to continue pushing our limits. We need to continue pushing a little bit harder, because if we go after something and we start doing a particular activity that's going to help us move us closer towards our goals, that gets us closer to a point, and then we're going to plateau, and we need to continue pushing the boundaries and pushing our comfort zone to be able to get to a bigger goal. So in your fitness and your health and your nutrition, whatever it is, what have you done to be able to move it up a step further? And if you're at that point where you've plateaued, what are you doing, or what can you do now to move it up another level? Because that's the biggest thing, is we get stuck and we go into that comfort zone and we don't push ourselves enough. And we don't get to that point where we're doing a little bit more to what our body needs to be able to get those extra results. And hence that's the plateau. That's where that comes on in. And like I get really passionate about this because we want more. We all want more for our lives. We all want to be able to have more. We all want to be able to do more. We all want to be more. But why do we settle for what we have? We get comfortable. We settle. Our dreams are, you can't even see how big my arms are going, but our dreams are big. They should be. And if we shrunk them down to this much, why are we settling for this much as opposed to this much? Right? We've shrunk our dreams to, okay, this is the way it's going to be. This is the way my daily life is going to be, and I'm okay with that. Why are we okay with average lives? We are meant for greatness. We are meant for so much more. And if we're leaving so much on the table, we're not reaching our potential. We're not reaching the impact that we could. We want to be a good example for our kids. How are we doing that if we're just getting by? If we're still struggling to pay the bills? It's nothing against anyone. I just feel that we've shrunk our dreams and our goals, and we're not going after anything more. We're not dreaming. We're not taking steps to move forward and for to go after something bigger. And be it obstacles that have come up, be it barriers, be it people that have put us down. I've been there. I know what it's like, and it hurts to hear certain things like that. But I've started to grow myself, and I've started to go through personal growth to the point where I've overcome a lot of that now, and I'm looking forward. I'm looking ahead because I know I want more in my life. And if it's fitness, just as that example, because this is what we talk about in here, is if our fitness is here and we want fitness out here, why aren't we taking a step to at least start to get to here, and then to here, and then to here, and then to here, and then to here? We're not going to be able to go out here right away. It's all about baby steps. What are you doing every single day that is moving you forward? Even if it's just an inch, what are you doing to move you forward? Because we get into the mindset that to be able to get to a big goal, we have to take big leaps and bounds. We have to dive in head first. The problem with diving in head first is generally we can't keep up doing all of those things that it takes to get there. We need to take baby steps, and the biggest thing is consistency. To go after any goal, we have to be consistent. And even if you're just moving an inch or a baby step, every day you're still inching forward. It might take longer to get to your goal, but as long as you're moving forward, you're moving forward. If you're not moving forward today or tomorrow, you move backwards by default, because you move backwards by reinforcing the pattern of not moving forward. All right. What can you do to move towards your goal? What can you do to go after it today, tomorrow, the day after? What is something small that you can do to increase that just a little bit, and then a little bit more, and then a little bit more? If you got questions with health or fitness or any area of life, you know what? This doesn't just apply to health and fitness. It applies to every aspect of life. We've shrunk so much, and society has shrunk us down, that we're not dreaming anymore. What would you do if you had no restrictions? No worries about money, no worries about time, no worries about energy or influence. What would you do? And what are you doing right now to move towards that? If you don't have anything, think about it, and think big. You know what? Like, if it's material things right now, I want to have a house. I want to have a nice house. Okay, great. What about 5 houses? If you want to help 100 people, why not 1,000 people? Why not 10,000? Why not 100,000 people? Think big. It might seem like you won't get anywhere, like it is unachievable. But if you don't have a goal that big and we're not moving forward towards it, we can't even help one person. It's just starting to get to dream bigger, have bigger goals, and taking steps towards them, because we are truly meant for bigger things than what the majority of us are doing today. And we want to inspire our kids. We want to inspire the new generation, and for this world, for the betterment of it. I mean, look at where our world is right now. We need that leadership, and we need those people to move forward for us. All right, so something for you to think about. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I wasn't too blunt for you, but sometimes I feel that things just need to be said as well. Have an awesome day.